Yes, yes, we're live on Tranquil TV, getting ready to start the lesson. If you can hear me, say hello in the comments, in the chat. Please let me know if you can hear me all right. We're going to be waiting just a little bit, let people sign in, let people get ready, and then we're going to start with the lesson for today. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. It's great to get some exercise and we can go back out and enjoy the sun again. It's good to be doing some dancing today. Can't wait. Great to have you, Amani, Amelie, Alina, Rodi. Really glad you can join us today. It's going to be a great session. We'll be starting up in about 3 minutes. If you can hear me well, just let me know. Great to have you too, Abby. Glad you can be joining us today. One more minute left and then we're going to be starting. Great to have you, Idris. Hello everyone, it's great to be back doing another live stream for the public. Hopefully you can have a great time today, just doing some dancing, having a good time. The routine, I'll have different, sort of versions so that, any level can join in as well and you can get it, you can try it on the harder levels or do it a little bit easier. But I hope you have a good time. It's been great to be, we've been doing a lot of the like private live streams, but it's great to be doing another public one and just seeing everyone. The dance we're going to do today is really good and it's about just getting us moving, so it's not like a short routine. We do like repetitions just to get us moving and get us hitting the beat and dancing like that. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you do that, before we get into it. We're going to do a warm-up, full body warm-up. We'll do some strength as well, flexibility, strength and all that, and then we'll get into the dance. But I encourage everyone to do the stretches and the strength because it's really good for you and it's going to make you feel better, especially the stretching. So let's get straight into it now with the warm-up, and then after that we'll get into the dance. I'll just put the track on. So. Alright, so jogging on the spot. That's it. Star jumps. That's it. Just do them small at first, and then get bigger, yeah? Whenever you feel ready for it. That's it. Then just little jogging on the spot, because we don't want to pull a muscle when we're warming up. So that's it on the spot. Heels up. That's it. In small jogging again. And then knees up. That's it. Star jumps. That's it. Keep going. Twist the hips. Front and backs. Okay, stand on spot, kick up. Try and keep it to the beat. Kick, up, up. That's it, bring the knees up and cross motion, cross your body. Tense your stomach so that it's coming from your core when you lift your knees up. That's it, stand jumps. Twisting hips. Remember, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now start with a bit of the stretches, movement stretches, so your shoulders. And forward. Head left and right. Side to side. Up and down. Lean, tilt, shoulders. If you're just joining us now on the channel, just get into it and warm up with us. You know, that's what we're doing. Having a bit of a warm up, then we're getting into the dance. Remember, you always need to warm up. Keep twisting that body. Doubles, doubles, doubles. And single. 1. To the beat. Hit. Hit. Shoulders round. Get them wider. By your ears like this. And then. And forward. Hold. Now, put your hand there on its own. Deep breath. Try and get your hand to reach down without you holding it, yeah? Couple deep breaths, then pull. You look from behind. With your hand, reach down as far as you can. That's it. Build up a bit of strength in the muscle, okay? If you do it without holding. So get it first. Push a little bit. Breathe through your nose. Out through your mouth. Let go, and reach, reach. This is called a super stretch because when you're holding it and you're doing this, the muscle can be relaxed here, so it's not really doing much because you're holding it like that. If you pull your own arm in the direction you want it to go and then give it an extra lever with the other arm, that's like a super stretch is what I call it, because you're getting strength and flexibility at the same time. So hand out, bring it across, and wrap it up. This is traditional stretching, where you hold the stretch, static, let go, and hold it there. Force your arm in towards your side, okay? From the side I'm forcing it in as much as I can. The other one, okay? When you're doing that one, the super stretch, sometimes your muscle might cramp up a little bit. That's just because it's not used to being in that position and using all the muscles and all the strength. So let go, force it in, and force it without leaning. Don't lean your shoulder, just force your arm across. That's it. Circle the wrist just a little. Flat. You go from the side, just get your hand like that, pull it down. That's it. You want it to be pulling it so that you feel the stretch. Okay? It shouldn't be comfortable. You should feel that stretch going on. It shouldn't be sharp, but it should feel hot, like a burn. That's it. Then, this one. So keep the wrists together here. Don't go like this. Keep that bit together. This bit. And then start to lift. That's it. Fantastic. This one, keep the palms of your hands together and go low. Then push. That's it. Keep your fingers together. Do each finger like this, because doing your fingers relaxes your muscles around your wrists as well, and then that eases off on your forearms too. So do fingers, wrist, everything. Right, one deep breath. That's it. Okay, perfect. Now reach. Kind of diagonal. Yeah, not to the side. Hips, legs straight, hips in line. Other side. Now imagine someone's hands there. You try to grab their hand. So you really reach out for it. Okay, let that one go. Now go to the side after you did the diagonal. So straight. Make sure you breathe deep breaths in. Don't be breathing out fast, because you'll run out of oxygen. So you need to take it in through your nose, fill it up, and then breathe out. You shouldn't be like heavy breathing. Try and be natural. Fantastic. Then the hips circle round, and not small like this. You're going as wide as you can this way, as wide as you can this way, all the way around. And from the side, it goes to the front, and then to the back. Like that. Start smaller, and build up. And the other way. Hips are the most important to stretch. And a lot of people rush this one or don't do it properly. Your hips are super important. You've got your legs on your spine connected into your hips, okay? So you need that to be all flexible, okay? So stretching your hips is really important. Now just side to side. Push through your toes. Every time I push away, I push through my toes. Keep going. Be like a workout and a dance at the same time as stretching right now. Get the knees working. Okay, that's it. Now grab your leg, hold it. That's it. Deep breaths. Try your best to balance. Keep your knees close together. Keep your body up straight. Okay. And use one hand to help. Steady you. And you can look at a certain point, that does help. But if you're used to dancing, you should be able to try and go for double hander like this. Okay? If you're used to this, you go for eyes closed. Okay? Try your best to balance. Give it a try. When your eyes closed, you can feel everything under your foot moving, trying to balance you out. Okay? So it's a good exercise to do. Okay? Start like this. Get your legs straight. Okay? It should be bent like this. Everything should be focused on stretching here, okay? Your quads. That's it. Close your eyes, give it a try. That's it. Now, it takes me about 10 seconds to start feeling that one, because this muscle can be pretty flexible sometimes. So you might have to hold it a bit longer to start feeling it. If you don't feel it, you know, it could be because your legs forward like this, okay? Or your legs back like this. Try and have it in line, be straight up and then pull. The more straight you are, the more likely you're going to feel it there. Do not miss that one out. Okay, now we move on to the back, the opposites, because the muscles work in groups. So you've got your front one and your back. So your hamstring, you stretch down there. So, what you do, get your leg straight in line like that. hands on above your knee. Now back can be bent. If you bend, you're going to pull your back here and you're stretching your leg at the same time. You don't want to do that because you're just trying to stretch the leg. So you try to keep your back straight, stick your chest out and put pressure on. Now put your hands out. Now the super stretch for this one is not to push because that's us doing all the work with our arms. Is to push your own leg flat into the floor. Push this flat. Like you can feel it. Start the muscles all working together. Then come back on. And this is the actual stretch, like a static stretch. And then take your hands off, use your core, push down. That's it. And when you don't have your hand to push on here or rest on, you can feel it a lot more. Okay, so let's go for this one. That's it. Well done, guys. So start with your static stretch. Deep breath. And out. Use your core to hold you steady and push down. If you want good power moves, you've got to be able to move your legs independent of your arms, okay? And power moves in breaking are the big spinning moves, head spins, windmills, flares, air flares, all them kind of moves that you see the crazy moves breakers doing. You need good leg, you know, like leg strength and coordination as well. So go one more time. Get it down again. And sometimes, I say this, it's good to go back to a stretch because if you do it twice, you get more flexible. If you just do it once and hold it for a long time, sometimes you don't see the benefit as long. Whereas if you have a little rest and come back to it, you find you're more flexible straight away. Fantastic. So, you have to do sitting down for your glutes, okay? But we'll do that after. We're going to go to our calf muscle. So, if you've got a wall, you can put your hands on the wall and push your heel flat on the floor. Okay? And do it like this, pushing the back leg flat and the front leg leans forward. If you don't have a wall, you just have to do it like this. You put your feet wide and you bend the front leg. And the back one stays in line and straight. When I say in line, if you look at my feet, this is not in line. That's in line. So you want to be like that, bend the front leg and make sure that back leg is, you know, flat in the floor. That's it, keep going with that one. Deep breath. And switch. Okay? That's it. Up, other way. That's it. That's it. Keep going it. Push hard into that floor and lean forward. It's like you're pulling forward on the front. That's great. So you've done calf, quads, hamstrings, okay, knees, little circles, round, little bounces down. We do this. Never do it without your hands, don't just go like this, because doing that straight away first time, your knees can take the pressure. You just want to ease them into it. Then straight up, push, round, circles, that's it. Keep going, then down. That's it. Keep that going and up. Okay, then we're going to have to do some sitting down. Before we do that, we're going to do a plank. Okay, so we're going to do it for a minute. I want you to, with your stomach, put your hands on your stomach, push it out. Now suck it in. That's how you should be, sucked in the whole time. If your stomach lets loose at any point, that's not good. You should be breathing and keeping it tight. That's like coordination, two things at once. Breathing and keeping this tight at the same time. That will help you build that muscle strength there. So, and you're going to push out as far as you can. Make a little hole like this. Make sure you can see through the hole or above the hole. Yeah, so, but not underneath. So either there or in front. Legs out. Then stomach up from the inside. Toes pushing up. Shoulders up. And hold it with me now. Try and look up actually, because sometimes it helps, not too far, just a little bit, and it puts your neck in a nice line. If your head's like this, that's bad. Try your best to hold it, okay? Try not to wiggle around and move around and take one hand off, because you're not building the endurance that way. You want to try and build that strength. So hold it. And let it go. Okay, waking up them stomach muscles. And we've got some harder planks. We're going to do a plank. Sorry guys, we just had a little technical fault with the camera. It's all sorted now, just the sound. Right, let's go back to it, okay? Let me just check on that. 10 seconds there. Perfect. So, yeah, grab your leg across, okay? Hook it tight. This is doing your glutes here, okay? So, nice, tight. Keep your back straight and pull in. It was just a little technical fault with the mic, but it's all sorted now. That's why I just switched the screen for a second. Nice tight hold. That's it, then switch. Fantastic, okay? Really tight. In your back, keep it straight, okay? So from the side, you could be like this. And you're not trying to stretch here, you're trying to stretch like this position here, okay? So you're stretching there, so keep up. Like a right angle, and then pull your leg in. That's it. And I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm already flexible, I don't need to stretch and things like that. That's silly. You can always be more flexible, you can always get more flexible. You know, there's no limit, you know, and you just keep stretching, okay? So if you're already more, you know, if you're quite flexible, you just pull harder, you stretch further. You try and find positions that you can feel the stretch, okay? Because we've got plenty of people who are really, really flexible in treble reductions. So, you know, you just keep going, enjoy it, and just keep pushing your body in different ways, right? Now, you're going to put one leg, no, the same leg and the same arm, okay? You put the same arm, same leg out, put it across, okay? That's how you know, like that. And then what you're going to do is get your opposite hand, put it over the top, and look behind you. Okay, that's stretching your lower back. Okay, now do that again, okay? So same arm, same leg. Put it over the top, and use the other hand. Okay, look. Lower back, keep your back straight. Okay, fantastic. Then flat. Okay, deep breath. And this is stretching your ankles. Okay, if you see on here underneath, stretching them out like that. Okay. And while you're here, you can do your neck again. Hands up, straight as you can. That's it. Keep it up. Then out. Okay, and in, next, side, then you're back. Okay, so with this one, keep flat, feet together, or just a natural hat, that's fine. Hips down, deep breath. With your neck, don't be sunk in like this. See how my neck's in like that? Push your neck up and out. Then come down like a snake, down, and push into the floor with your hand. And down. Fantastic. Okay, that is. Look behind you. Now legs wide, okay? So, legs wide. Don't go as wide as you can straight away. Just go to where it feels, you know, comfortable for you. So comfortable means you're not feeling hardly anything, okay? It's just like, it's just easy for you. Now, I want you to go to about 50% where, you know, like if it's, we've been saying that if it were to hurt or feel the strain, the pull of the muscle, like the sort of, you know, you'd want it to be around 50%, okay? So that's what we're going to go to. Remember, if it's sharp, that's not the right kind of, that's not the right, you don't want that feeling. But you do want to burn, and you do want that kind of, that stretch feeling, okay? So 50%. So the way we do it is one hand in front, one hand behind, and that can help ease you forward. So you kind of drag yourself forward a little bit, and as you go forward, your legs start to become wider, okay? And if you change your hands this way, you can push out a different direction a little bit more diagonally out, and this one more diagonally that way. So we go like that, and as we're doing it, it gets more. Okay, so I'm about 50%. Okay, so I feel this, I can feel it. When you're here, you want to work on not being backwards like this with our body. We want to try and get our hands to be in front and try and be straight up. And put your hands out. Okay. This you need to use your core, and then I want you to flex your wrists and your feet. Then point both. Then in. That's it. Then circle. And do this because it's good coordination. Good using your core. Don't slouch. Okay, from the side. I don't want to see, you know, you don't want to be like this. Okay. Try and stay up straight. Control things using your body. Use that core straight. That's it. Okay, lean over. And lean over. That's it. Okay, finish with legs together. Okay, deep breath. That's it. Try and keep your back as straight as you can. Now on this one, sometimes we want to be flattened out, and you know, sometimes that takes a little bit of rounding of the back. But we want to try and stay straight as we can, okay? To get the hamstring stretch. Okay, great stuff. Alright, so let's have a little break there. Okay, so I realise some people might not have been on the channel before, they might not know who I am, and they might not have ever done a class because it's a public one. So before we get started, I just want to tell you a little bit about me. Then we'll go into the plank, we'll do the plank, and then we'll start that dance, okay? So I've been dancing for 20 years this year. I started when I was 13. And I started at St. John's Church in Bradford, which is, I got taught by someone called Dylan Goggs, and, he started, and then Barry Johnson as well. They were Christians, and they wanted to, they became Christian in later life, so they wanted to teach breaking to kids who, might get into trouble like they did, because they had pretty wild lives when they were younger, and they thought that from their lives, the best thing in their life that they experienced was breaking was one of them. So they wanted to pass that on and that knowledge on. So I was one of those kids that they taught, and I just loved it, and I connected with it straight away, with the culture, with everything. And you're not needing money to do, not much money to do it, because you don't need any equipment. You just need some music and a space to dance, and for me that was perfect. So I trained up as hard as I could. I was working super hard, and that led me to be able to travel the world through breaking, performing, battling, judging, all kinds of different things. So it's been a great journey through breaking, and through these live streams it might be your first chance to get into breaking properly and enjoy it. But I would say it's one of the best dances in the world, it's one of the hardest dances in the world, it's one of the best dances in the world at the same time. So there's a lot of challenge there, and it's really good for personal development and stuff like that. So if you're thinking I can't do breaking or anything like that, I say it's hard, but it's step by step. So when you do it step by step, it just takes you just take one thing at a time, and you just keep getting better and better and better. And that's kind of, I wasn't a good breaker when I started. I was one of the bottom of the class when I started. So but the love, the passion, wanting to train hard, that's what got me to being one of the best around, okay? Because that's what I wanted. I really loved it. So that's what drove me to battle, what drove me to push. So you can break no matter what body type you are, no matter what age you are, because this dance is free, okay? So it's not like, you start off with 10 points, and then as you dance, you make mistakes, and you start ticking things off like that. It's not that kind of dance. And when people do this dance, it's more about appreciating everyone's individuality. So if no matter what kind of body shape, what type you are, you've got something to give, because when you start breaking, it's like you'll find ways of dancing that are easy to you, and that'll be unique to you, and that's what people find interesting in breaking. So breaking's all about bringing out your inner self, and finding what's already there underneath, rather than saying you need to look like this perfect thing. Try and go and copy that, and then then you'll be one of the best. So it's nothing like that at all. So it's for everybody. So today I want you to try and do this routine, okay? And if you're sat in the living room, maybe someone else is doing it, get up and join and do it with them, because it's going to be a great session today. So we're going to do the harder plank, but we'll do quite a few planks, because we need to wake up the core a lot, okay? And you need to be doing it daily. So for this one, we can take our hand off and like this, but you don't want to twist anywhere, okay? You keep this solid straight, okay? Straight. So, and then you're going to do the same. So I'll just show you real quick, okay? So you'll be like this, feet wider, because when we're doing this one and we take our hand off, if our feet together, it's more likely to rock, okay? So a little bit of stability, hips turned under, hand out. Yeah, that's that one. And then we've got the other side, and we've got leg off. But if you see, if I leg off and our back bends, that's really bad. So we're keeping the body straight and just lifting it off enough that we don't start bending our back. So let's do it timed, okay? I'll start this song because I know the amount of time this one is. And we'll try and go for it together. I'll tell you guys when to switch up. Alright, yeah, so we're going to go for switching every 30 seconds. Okay, you guys ready? Every 30 seconds. Okay. 5, 5, 6, 5, 6. If your body shakes, that's a good sign that you're using your muscles to control everything, okay? If it's just easy, you'll try and take your hand off if you're not doing this version. You can just do this one if it's too hard, okay? And switch. Reach out. You do the best you can, okay? Just try your best to do it. And leg off. Remember, keep that spine in line. Tense that stomach. This one always does get me. And the other one. And stop. Well done, guys, that's great. Okay, so that's working out the core, arms and legs. You know, try and do a lot of planks because they're really good for you and really helpful, and especially doing the changing ones. So let's get to our dance. We're going to be using a song by DJ Flegg. I've got to say a big shout out to DJ Flegg and thanks for letting us use the music. And you know, same for DJ Nobunaga as well, letting us use the music for these sessions. It's much appreciated. You know, there'll be links to them, their channels and their sort of SoundCloud in the description, so check them out. They're also on YouTube as well, so check them out on SoundCloud. You know, maybe buy a few of their tracks as well. So let's start. The song we're going to use today is called Dance Orchestra. Okay, so that's the song we're going to use. I'll put it on and we'll get started. Okay. Right. In the class, I'll always face this way. This way you can copy me exactly, okay? If I move this way, you move this way. If I move this way, you move this way, yeah? So everything's the same. So in your space, give yourself a little bit of room to the side of you, okay? You're gonna go 1, 2. That's called matching step. So you're gonna go 1, 2. Now when you do that, it's like a little hop. 1. Little hop. 1. So from the side, so you can see just 1. This is like a little hop and kick. You don't move forward when you do the marching step. You don't move backwards. You're just doing it on the spot. So 1, 2. It's kind of like that little hop, but it's marching step. So ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. That's it. Then you move across step and step. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4. Then go this like 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you can move 2 on this side, then you go to your right. 2 on that side, you go to your left. So 1, 2, step behind step. 1, 2, step behind step. 5, 6, 5 times. Let's go. 1, 2. That's 1. And again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. Okay, the last one. 5, 6, 7, kick, kick, step behind, kick, kick, step behind. Now to look sick and breaking, you need to use your body in different ways, okay? So not just being on one level all the time like this. Yeah, because if you're doing that kind of dancing, it's boring. So when you come in across, 1, 2, you can go a bit lower. 1, 2, lower. You know, you might want to jump across, you might want to go higher. Boom. You know, but you want to add, however you feel, that's up to you. Add a bit more style to it, okay? So don't just keep everything on this level. Same for footwork, same for everything. So this is top rock. The first element of breaking, top rock. Let's go again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, step behind step. 1, 2, step behind step. Now we do 4 on this side. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step behind step. 1, 2, step. And instead of going behind step, you're going to go step over the front and you spin. So let's just recap. 2 on this side, then we go over to the right. 2 on this side, over to the left. 4 here, we come across. 2, then we come over the top. Oh, okay, so when you do that step, let's do it from the 4. Ready, from 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step and step. 1, 2, step over the top. And you lean. 1, 2. So like lean out. Yeah? Like take that kind of like a little dive where you got it. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3 and 4. 3, 4. And a move I call the clock. We're going to do that next, okay? But let's go through that one more time. 5, 6. 1, 2. Match. 4 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Match. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going bounce. Now that, just you want to let it sink in, okay? So we're going to do it from that bit 2 more times. All the way through, okay? Let me restart this song because this is the song we'll be doing it to. We can do it to more songs, but let's keep it to this for now. Nice one. Okay. Nice and strong. Let's go. 2 times. 5, 6, 7. Good. And again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay. Right, we've got through that now, but this dance we're doing today, I want it to be something to get your energy out, okay? Something to get you sweating, hot, ready. So I don't want you to take a break yet. I want you to do it another 3 times. I'll put the practice screen on. You're going to do it another 3 times, then we'll have a tiny bit of a break where I'll say go get a water. Keep the stamina up. I don't want you resting yet, okay? So, I'm going to put the practice screen on. You're going to go through it 3 more times, that bit, and then we'll go into the next part, okay? Practice up. Okay. Right, now's the time. Go grab a water. Okay, so I want everyone just to go grab a quick water and we'll carry on. We've got 1 more minute. All right. So hopefully you didn't find that too hard. Okay, some people might just be joining us as well. Okay, like to the live stream. Remember, you can always, go back and watch the video later if you missed anything, because we do upload it as well, so that you can always view it back. As I was saying, just a little bit of insight as well into my breaking journey. So I'll keep doing little bits as we go along as well. So as I started at the church, training hard there, the scene started to grow and things started to get a bit bigger again. But that was due to our sort of me and a few of other guys coming together and teaching other people and wanting to grow a breaking scene a bit more. And we just loved breaking, and we were like starting again, because when we started we didn't have YouTube or things where we could watch and learn. So this is a really an amazing dance, especially if you're not in a place where you've got a lot of resources. It's something as well. That's why it's such a great dance and why it works for everyone, because you can find your own way and your own journey is unique to you. So it was a really good thing in that way. I was like became a Christian as well. I was always being close to God, but I became a Christian, or identified more as Christian through breaking as well, because it was like they came together for me, and it's really it's helped me in my life a lot. I think that everyone should dance though, and everyone will find a big benefit to this lesson today. So let's just keep going. I'm going to show you the next part now. I hope you got it. If you find anything hard at all, or you've got any questions, just put them in the comments, and every time we have a break, that's what I do. I check the chat, just have a little look and see if anyone's struggling or anything like that. So if you do have anything that's a bit you need explaining more, just write it in the comment section there. Okay, so next up, I'll just change the screen for us. There we go. So, we've done the marching steps, we've gone over to the side, we've done the marching steps, we've spun around, we've leaned, 1, 2. Now from here we do the clock, okay? Now when you do it, you're stepping backwards, okay? So you'll lean, lean, step, 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 and this foot just keeps going back, and you pivot on this foot stays here where it's caught, okay? So you're like coming backwards like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Like that. So keep that going there, that's the clock. And when you're doing that one, you could try and do it on a bit of a level. If you're a bit more advanced, instead of just going round backwards, you could be coming lower, bam, bam, yeah, which is much harder. You could just try that way, okay? So let's go again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this way. 1, 2, forward spin, step forward. 3 is a lean. This is the fastest part here. 4, back. 6, 7, 8. Then you pose, okay? Like hit a pose, strong pose. Yeah, any pose. Breakers should always have a pose. If you're always moving, you don't have poses, you're not giving people a chance to recognise what you just did, because you're just onto the next thing, onto the next thing, onto the next thing. So put your poses in, and it could be anything you want. It could be happy, sad, funny, whatever. So pose. Then you're going to take a step backwards, away from the person you'll be battling. Yeah, so imagine that person in front of you, take a step away, then you come down. Domino with the knees, okay? Hit and up, like that. So when you get you're going to rest on your knee like that, and this comes round and hits the other and comes up, boom, like that. So that's what you're going to do. So let's just go from the clock, because it'll be quite hard to do with the music, okay? So okay, explain. Back, back. Pose, 1, back, step, down, switch here. Then from here we're going to go forwards, okay? Forwards, switch, switch, switch. Then we come backwards, switch, switch, switch. Now that switches with your legs, called cycling or switches. And what you're doing is you're changing them both at the same time. You're not going step, 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 step. You're switching. Bam, bam. Try and get nice form on it, you know, try and keep it nice and neat. And when you do that forward first, to move forward, yeah, you every time you switch, you kind of travel with your hands, and you kind of you move them forward as you do it, one at a time, not both hands at the same time, because you can't lift them off like that. So you go 1 and 2, 3, 4, and you'll feel the movement match your legs, forward and backwards. Okay, so let's go with the music, see how you do all the way to there. Let's switch up the track just for 2 minutes. Let's switch it up for just a little bit, yeah? Let's go for this one. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. That's it, then forward. Lean, back. That's it, then pause. Back, step, down, switch, okay, then you come feet forward and backward. Okay, now you might have always wanted to learn a roll, which we're going to do next. We're going to do a forward roll, okay. You might be scared to do the forward rolls, you might never have done them before, so I'm going to teach you how to do it. And if you haven't got the space to do forward roll, I'm also going to show you what you can do as an alternative, okay. My space, I've got this space here, but you might not have as much space. So we'll do something a little bit different as well. Let's go from the beginning to there. 5, 6, 5, 6. 4 now. 2. Good. That's it. Hit it strong. And again. 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 3 switches front, 3 switches back. Okay, you've got it hopefully. Alright. So, I turn this down, we're going to do the roll. Now on the live stream, I don't know how many people are watching in the sense of the level and ability, but you know, I'm just going to teach you 4 rolls because so we can just do it, everyone can do it. And on the back of your neck here, some people bash this bone here or bang the lower back, and the way to judge a good forward roll is the sound you make when you do it. If it sounds heavy, it's wrong. You should be light, like a ninja, quick. What you're doing is, you want to tuck your head under, and what I always say is you've got front of your head, the middle, and the back. If you put the middle down, or the front, you'll go into headstand and then fall into the roll, which is not smooth at all. You need to be going to the back of your head, okay? And then rolling from there. At first you might feel a little bit awkward, but the more you get used to it, the better you start feeling. And I don't feel it at all, and neither do most of the students I teach, okay? Because you get used to doing the roll, your body gets tougher and stronger. So you're going to get your hands down, tuck your head right under, and then you're going to push, okay? But it shouldn't feel like don't fight with your hands pushing back against yourself so you can't roll underneath. Let your body roll. I know loads of people can't do a good forward roll, and it's the key to flips, okay? And don't be worried if that's if you struggle with it, because it's natural, a lot of people do. So, just so you can, when you're doing it in a small space, this is the advanced version as well of the roll. You're going to jump backwards and roll forwards at the same time. So as you go back, you're rolling forward. So it's kind of got this kind of, you don't go quite far distance. You can see my fires there, and you want to make that like you tuck under. See, I didn't go into it because I'm moving my body back and rolling forward. So it's a technique that everyone should learn, because if you're in a cipher, you can't go into forward, so you have to like kind of shuffle your body back and roll under. So that's the one I want advanced people to try. If you never rolled before, yeah, get your hands here, and you're not going to put your hands here because your hands are going to stop you from rolling. You're going to put tiptoes, hands down here, you're going to look under, and it's about your bum going up high as you can and your head going low, so like this. Okay. Now you might feel, oh, that's hard, it's heavy. Okay, it'll take a bit of time to get used to it. Try and get that right at the back underneath. Then the roll happens itself if you get under enough. Okay, you don't actually have to do anything. If you get under far enough, you just do a little push with your feet and that's it. For those who are advanced as well, some people roll and they get to here, and the roll, as you get to about here, it gets ugly and they start to go like there. You need to keep the knees in, okay? So I want to roll, and you see these triangles I've got underneath my leg. Try and get rid of them triangles, and try and get rid of the triangle here. So you've got two. You've got this one, and you've got this triangle. Try and get rid of them, and that's how you can sit up easily. So if you look, if I try and get up, I can't when I've got a triangle here. It's impossible, okay? And I can't if I keep this one here. We roll, try and see how easy that is, because get rid of them gaps, okay? So practice it now. I want everyone to do a little fun game for the advanced breakers while the other ones practice, okay? Just get a towel, t-shirt, something like that, and make a little line for yourself, okay? And see, you know, start here and see how, like using that back technique that I was talking about, where you move backwards and roll forwards. I want to see if you can try and do how close you can do it on the spot, okay? When you see people like do backflip on the spot, you know, back handspring, because they fly forward and that allows them the feet to replace the legs, keeps the loop going. Same with this roll, push back and roll forward. So I want everyone to just have a little try of that, see how close you can get it. This looks a lot bigger on camera because it's a wide angle, but it's very close, okay? So I want you guys to have a little try now. Practice it for 2 minutes, and then we're going to go to the next part of the dance, okay? So practice upon that. You've got 2 minutes. All right. Yeah, that's Elijah, b-boy Elijah doing his little thing there, just showing off his skills. Okay, so if you're new to joining the live stream, just say hello in the comments, or the chat actually, sorry, so I can see that you're here. I was just telling you a little bit about the history of breaking as well. So I said that it was a 20 years starting. I started at St. John's by, you know, Dylan Goggs and Barry Johnson. They started teaching us, you know, because like I said, they wanted us to have a better life and something in our life to enjoy. You know, that's where I knew about God and learned more. And, you know, through that there, what happened after that was that the breaking stopped in the church where we used to train. And Dylan he moved over to Canada, so we were left all the breakers sort of not knowing what to do. We didn't have YouTube, there was no, you know, we didn't have money. We were all from that kind of life, so we was like, what are we going to do? And this is when we sort of formed the Clean North crew, and which is the crew I'm still part of now in 2002. And you know, we had an incredible journey with, you know, that crew going around together, you know, building up our rep. people getting to know us in the city, getting jobs, and you know, things just grew and grew. You know, and then we started traveling more, and God guided me all over the world, different places, from Miami to Abu Dhabi to Japan. And you know, I just, you know, through breaking, I had incredible experiences I wouldn't have had otherwise. You know, so as you know, I when I started, I never imagined you could do something like this through breaking. It was just something I loved to do. It wasn't like I had in mind I'm going to do this and this and this. I did want to be one of the best in the world, but I didn't have in mind to travel the places I did. So for you guys, if you're watching today and you're thinking, you know what, you know, I can't do that, or you know, it wasn't something planned, and you can do that. You know, the world is literally open for you to travel and to learn. And breaking is one of the best tools, because dance is a language. Okay, you don't need to talk to each other. You speak through the dancing. So breaking is amazing in that way. So we've gone through our dance. We've got a bit more to learn now with the footwork section. I hope you've got that part. Let's do the footwork bit now. So we've done the roll. And if we do it, let's do the counts so you guys know what the counts are. Okay, I'll just leave the chat up for a minute. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So I don't always like to count because I like to hit the beats and just think about that. But that is 1, 8. Yeah, then we're going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So that would be our 2 8s. Okay, then we go 1 and 2, which is stepping to the side, over the top, and let your body spin, and you bounce 3, 4, and you do the clock 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's your third 8. Then you pause 1, 2, back 3, 4, 5, 6. So you bring, as you step backwards, step forward, bring that knee down. 6, 7 and 8. That's your fourth one. Forward. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Roll 5, 6. And some people might be not as fast as others. So we'll try and best imagine it if we did do it really fast. We'll go 7 and 8. Okay. So that one is knee up, hop, step, 8, and you're coming round this way. Okay. So imagine you're on this point, a bit like the clock, but you're lifting your knee up, and it's taking like round, round, round. You're building the suspense, and you can step down on it. Okay, so it's like roll 5, 6, 7 and 8. Because people are focused on this leg, when you lift it up, if we just spun, step is small, you don't see it. If you're bringing it up, bam, 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 yeah, you're drawing attention to the step. So we get to there, and then you're going to spin the opposite way. Okay, so you've just come around this way, down, and on one, you can do a move called the corkscrew. Now, I love this move. Okay, I think it's a really cool one. It's a sick way to get down as well. So you go on, you put your feet too wide, you won't be able to do it. So you come round, When you do it, lift your toes up. Okay, this leg has to go lower than this one. So this one stays high, this one stays low. This one stays high, this one stays low. And you start to turn on your tiptoes. Do not move your feet. That's the only rule. Twist, 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 twist. And if you did it right, your legs will end up crossed with your right leg going round your left leg. That's the corkscrew. Okay? So let's try it again. So, tiptoes. Okay? Spin this way. Okay? Let that knee drop. Let this knee go up. And as you turn, you get to about there, they might lock about 3/4 of the way round, and then you just spin on your foot that last quarter. Okay, when you do it fast, okay, got that kind of nice look. Yeah, that's the corkscrew. Okay, so I want you to practice that move there. Okay, if you're still struggling, one way I like to think of this knee going lower, almost touching the floor as early as possible. Some people end up doing it and this is what they do. Okay, just so you can see, they end up going, oh, let me change this up, just so you can see that bit. Sometimes they end up with this knee under that one, so they go like this, and they end up like that. That's because this knee does not go near the floor. It stays up as high as it can, and that will stop it from going underneath, and you end up like this. Okay, so don't do that. So corkscrew down, and pop the legs out. Pop, and then we're going to go knee, tap, 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 and then bounce, bounce, yeah? So tap, tap. When you bounce, I want you to use your core, push up, and you kind of float from inside your stomach. So when you're doing this bit, out, tap, tap, up, up. That's a really good exercise to use, because when you're going to do bigger moves, you know, you have to come up from your stomach, and it's like lifting, okay? And then lifting your legs afterwards. So practice that one, like a hollow. So let's do it with the music. See if you can hit all the beats. Try your best. It gets a bit fast here. If you can't do the roll for any reason, instead, when we do the roll, all I want you to do is go forward, 1, 2, backwards, and walk. Here, da, da. So you don't have to do the roll. If you're thinking it's too hard for you, just miss it out, okay? Just walk, do a cycle forward, cycle back, walk, and then hop, hop, down, yeah? You still do it just the same. Alright, let's go, continue. 5, 6, 5, come on this side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step back. 1, 2, 8, 2. That's it. So you see it's fast, so you come around, and then straight away, no waiting, you don't go like this, wait, corkscrew, come round, down, down, down. Let's go again. 5, 6, 7. 4, 1, 2. Good. Pop the leg down. Tap, tap. 5, 6. 4. Now, let's go for the next bit. When you hop on the side, knee zigzag. So you hop this side, knee, feet, knees, like that. So zigzag on your knees. So bounce, bounce, then reverse. Okay. So both side knee zigzags. Bounce, bounce, zigzag this way, zigzag that way. For those who are more advanced, you're going to try push on the second side, like a 360. So, let me just show you that, and then you can try it. So, just so you can see first. 5. So, you're going to put a 360 in there. You have to use both hands. As you come up on this side, you let the knees keep going and you push with all your strength and try and get a 1, like a 360 all the way around, and you go back into zigzag this way. So, let's do it one more time. You walk, bounce, bounce, knee zigzag. Watch how my knee flows up. Up, there. Now, throw your knees this way as hard as you can, and throw your arm there. Like push and throw your arm. It's going to take some strength to get used to that push. Don't push off 1 and then 2. Try and do 2 hands because it looks cooler. If you do 1 and 2, it looks a bit safe. And in breaking, you want it to look cool. So push both hands, it looks more, more of a surprise if you go like this. And it shocks people more. So, don't go 1, 2. Here. Push. And the second thing, when you do knee zigzags, it looks horrible if you get gaps. So don't have the gaps. Try to keep it together. When you do the 360, keep the knees together as well. It's going to look so much nicer. So I want you to try and do that. I'm going to all do it from beginning to end. Okay, let's go for it. New track. Let's go for a new track. This is a good track as well, not too fast. We can do it. And the reason we count is because then we can make it go to any song. If we're doing this dance to a different song, we might not know where to hit certain beats. Okay? It's just a help, a guide. Yeah? But listen to the music first. So just count. Ready? 5. Listen to the beat. Go. 4 on this side. 3. Who got that one? Yeah, that takes practice to get that nice and smooth. Doing the routine is one thing, getting it smooth is another, so practice it. Okay, you've got 2 minutes now to grab a water and practice. 2 minutes, okay? I'll be timing you, so practice through 2 minutes, then we'll finish off our routine for today, okay? All right, let's learn our next part. Great stuff. So, we turn this down for a sec. So, with the, I keep telling you a little bit about my journey as well, just hopefully to inspire you guys and to give you a bit more inspiration about what you might be able to do. You know, I hope for all my students and people I teach, you know, that they can take it further, go more and do, you know, greater things than even I did, okay? And that's the aim, is just to keep building and building like that. So, where we're at now, you know, after I started traveling the world and everything and doing all that kind of stuff, Clean North had sort of had a bit of a breakup, and, you know, I was looking back at my hometown after I traveled all around and, you know, been to America and getting my rep up and training hard, and I was like, you know, I just felt like my home city wasn't, you know, it wasn't coming up with me, you know, and I felt like, you know, breaking is about where you're from, representing where you're from. Hip hop is about that. So you know, when you hear rappers, you know, rapping about where they're from, it's, you know, they're taking that sort of, they're giving respect to where they've come from, their teachers, and, you know, saying, you know, I'm from the West Coast, East Coast, New York, you know, LA, Cali, different things like that. They're saying that because, you know, they're showing respect, and hip hop is about showing respect. So it's like one of the first lessons is, you know, you're loyal to where you're from and you show respect. So, you know, I was looking back at where I was, you know, my hometown, I was like, you know, it needs more going on. So there were some breakers, you know, still training and things like that, and decided to sort of bring clean off back again in new strength. Okay, so it came back again, and, you know, we started like pushing harder. And this is the clean off that we have still today, with, you know, and it's had about 34, 35 members in it from the beginning. There's about 11 of us now. But, you know, we travel as well and train together, and, you know, there's a new generation of clean off killing it. We also have textiles and Tranquil productions, and, you know, all these things that are built up through breaking, you know, started from me getting taught a little lesson, no money, nothing like that, you know, and, you know, so God has changed my life through breaking and given me, you know, great things. And, you know, I have to say thanks to my parents as well, my mum, you know, for looking after us and allowing me to, you know, do my journey and grow, because that's really important, you know, having the support of you know, someone behind you to help you, push you. That's what's going to make you go further as well. So always look for people who are going to help you get there as well. So that's kind of my journey. We've got textiles, and that's the t-shirt I'm wearing today, Textiles International. That's the newest company that we've got. It's been since 2018, and, you know, we're going to be hopefully bringing some amazing things for you this year that we can still do during isolation, hopefully, or, you know, if it continues, even though we're still going to try our best, you know, to find new ways to connect. So with this routine now, like I said, some beginners might be watching. We're going to do a switch. I'm going to do a side freeze, but I've got a sort of more advanced version for those who are used to, you know, breaking and can do a bit more harder level. So after you do that second push, you do the push on this side. You do the first knee zigzag. On the second one, you do the push 360, come round, and you do one more on this side, like that. Boom. Now, for beginners, you're going to need to learn side freeze, but before I teach that bit, I'll just teach that actually first, and then we'll go on to it. So, for, you know, some people still struggle with side freeze, even though if they're advanced, they feel like they're going to slip off, or they feel like it's a massive strain. It should never be a massive strain. It's not about having short arms or long arms. It is about flexibility though. So if you can't get down to here comfortable and your hands are like there, when you get into side freeze, it is going to feel awkward. So the first thing I suggest is to just practice getting your hands flat with your feet side by side with each other, and here. Okay, we'll go through the advanced one for those who are joining us who are more advanced after this. Okay, so hands there flat, and when you've got this line here where you're, you know, the joint for your elbow, and you know, the back there, you want that underneath your leg. So my leg is higher than that. So when I bend, I end up going on top. And there's absolutely no strain, no strength needed, okay? Like minimal strength. It's more about the seesaw motion. So your head goes down and your feet balance up. So like this, okay? Like that, yeah? So just use that kind of motion just to rest. And it's not about, if you try and put imagine a seesaw, your feet are one side, your head's another. Do not try and put your head in the middle of the seesaw, okay? So look where my hands are here. Don't try and put your head down in the middle. You put your head over, that is what makes you lean over. You have to have faith, believe that you're not going to smack your head, okay? Don't look at the floor, because if you slip, you might hit your head. So I always look to the side, and even if you do, you just knock a little bit, it's tiny, okay? So get here, breathe, and trust, lean over, bend your elbows, bend, there. Now when you're here, there's no strain, okay? None at all. Just easy, okay? That's how it should feel. You need to have both sides, okay? So your spine is getting equally strong on both sides. You won't get imbalanced in your body. So practice on the wrong side if you're advanced right now. While we're doing this one, and I'm helping everyone, do it on your wrong side and hold it. Hold it for 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. Do 3 sets of those on either side. And then I'll get to that advanced bit. So, knees and feet together. One knee up a little bit more if you need the help, okay? Choose your best side, left or right. Lift your knee up a little bit more. Hands over the side. Try and get your hands flat. That's the first thing, okay? Now, Don't push up, okay? Just lean and bend, lean and bend, lean and bend, and down. One thing, you cannot take your head off if your feet are off. You can't you can't put your head down if your feet are off. If your feet are down, your head can't go down, okay? It's impossible, you're not that, it's too hard. So you have to lean over, and if you notice that switch happens, okay? Don't put your head too close to your hands. That is the side freeze there, and you guys are going to do that. For those who are new to breaking, you're going to do it on this side. When you come up, you're going to go straight for it. Boom, yeah? So I want you to practice that if you're new to breaking and new to the channel, because that's going to take you some time, and we're going to go for the advanced thing straight away. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up on this knee zigzag, and when you're doing this knee zigzag, do not bash your knees, okay? You're not hitting your knees in between every zigzag. You're not going bang up. There should be no banging. When you do the zigzag, just for a note, really like lengthen your legs out so that you don't hit them. You don't ever want to be banging knees ever in breaking, never. I'm not wearing knee pads because I'm really careful about how I do it. But if I'm doing certain moves, sometimes I might wear them as well. Okay, but I won't wear them because I'm trying to be light on my knees. Okay, and sometimes it's good not to wear them for a little bit, because knee pads, you can still be banging them, you just don't feel anything, and it's the banging that's the problem. It's not you feeling it. It's not good for your knees, so don't bang your knees. Try and be smooth on them. Okay, so you get to this up stage. Now the right leg is going to fly around. Okay, fly around the front, and it gets stuck here. Okay, and you lift your hands off, and it hooks onto that leg, and you bring it into side freeze like this here. So this is the shape you're going for, and then you switch. Boom. So you get two shapes, and shapes is an advanced thing. Okay, if you don't hit shapes, shapes is not transitions. So advanced is when you're doing sort of like freeze to freeze, different freezes. When you do shapes, that's like intermediate. It's like a bit more. If you're just hitting one freeze and that's it, then that's kind of like beginner level. When you hit shapes, it's like hit the freeze and change the shape to the beat. So like hit within the same freeze, and that's what we're doing here. We're hitting different shapes, okay? So, but it's not a different freeze, okay? Because it's still side freeze, okay? So let's go from here. I'm gonna go from there and up. Don't put this knee down. The leg starts to, as soon as both knees start to come back down, this leg sets off. Lift your hands up, leg gets hooked here, hands here, and then you have to bring your knee onto there, okay? Then change. Like that. Breathing is going to help you. Do not hold your breath when you're doing freezes. Makes it harder. Try to keep it natural, breathing like normal, okay? Let's do that fast, because that'll look really great. If you're still practicing side freeze for those beginners, remember, okay, them little tips. Knee a little higher if you're struggling to touch the floor. Putting that foot, the foot of the side that you're going a little forward, does create a bit more space. But ideally, you want to be able to do it with feet together exactly like that. If your head is touching and your feet aren't coming off, okay, that means you're not leaned over enough. Okay, your head hasn't gone over enough. You try and put your head down, and that's why your feet and head will be down at the same time. Lean over, and it is scary because you do feel that seesaw motion. Okay, let's go from the beginning. We're going to do it fast, full out. See if you can get it. Okay. Okay. Ready? 6. I hope you got that one. Remember, just taking these strides, you'll get it. Let's go again. Deep breath. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Walk it back. Pause. Back step. Knee down. Walk the nose. Switch and roll. 7, 8. Corkscrew. Wide knee taps. Jump. Jump. Zigzags. 360. That's it. Alright. Remember, if you can't do the roll, step forward. If you can't do the 360, hold it on this side, then come over to this side. Advanced side freeze or beginners, doesn't matter. Just try and do it. So, wait for that song to start. Right, this is the song. Let's do it. Full out. 5, 6, 7, go. That's it. Right, come on. Even harder this time. Let's get it. One thing, when you do the knee taps, just like you see, all you're doing, bring your knee across, tapping your knee like that. 5, 5, 6. That's it. Right, grab a water and we'll head to the chat. Alright. So, I hope you enjoyed the routine for today and also hearing a little bit about my journey, you know, and how breaking's been for me and in my life. And it's not just my life as well, because it's affected so many people. We've got so many amazing things going on. We've got so many different crews. Westside Breakers in Bradford, Industrial Techniques, Solid Rock. We've got Blaze. We've got lots of crews. Clean North, obviously. There's tons of crews, and we're all pushing as hard as we can to become the best, you know, we can as well. Bradford City is where it's at. So, you know, if you ever get a chance after lockdown to come and train with us, you know, there's plenty of opportunities to come train with us. You know, stick with the channel. Please remember to like and subscribe, because, you know, that helps us. I also have a little donation button in the corner of the website in the About section if you're on mobile, or just on the main page, you know, just to help out with the channel and different things like that. So, and there's also merchandise as well. So if you want to grab a T-shirt for Tranquil TV or anything like that, they'll be in the description below, in the description of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it today. We are going to stretch down because that was a crazy routine. I feel tired, so I hope there's been a workout for you guys, and that's something I wanted to do today. Make a dance that we could just do over and over again, get our blood pumping, get hot and stuff like that. If you found it easy, you know, let me know in the comments if you found it hard. If you found it just in the middle, just let me know how you found it, because You know, I love to hear how it's gone. And also, if you're practicing, you know, send me some videos of you doing the routine. You know, training up, just showing off the stuff. Big respect to B-Boy Roddy, you know, from Africa. He sent me some videos, and we're going to promote him, help him out as well, show him some of it, you know, get more people introduced to him around the world as well. So, you know, lots of different things we can do while we're in isolation. But I really hope everyone enjoyed it. I'll leave the chat bit open after the cool down, and you know, you guys can say hello to each other, or I can, you know, for 5 minutes as well. So I'll leave it open like that. Let's do a quick cool down now. Remember, for the cool down, you don't want to be don't hold it as hard, or, you know, because the whole point is kind of easing your body off. So don't push as hard. Okay, so standing up, all right, get your hands forward. That's it. This one's just nice and easy. And as you know, in the video you saw the little baby dancing. That's B-Boy Elijah, and he's still breaking now and dancing, you know, every day he's dancing and getting better, getting more skills. And for those of you who don't know, his mum is B-Girl Fox as well, one of the best B-Girls in the UK. We also got, you know, we've got a lot of B-Girls in the Clean North, okay, and we've got Labyrinth as well. Big respect to Labyrinth. She qualified for like a world event, and you know, an online one, and she made it into the top number out of like a couple hundred. So big respect to her. You know, it's great that she'll be representing Bradford on the world stage. Pull that arm down. That's it. So yeah, don't forget to check out. You can check out, rewind the video. You know, if you need to know anyone, remember, check out B-Girl Fox, B-Girl Labyrinth, DJ Fleg, DJ Nobunaga, and Tranquil TV. Remember to like and subscribe on that. Push on there. Okay, push. For this one, we wouldn't do the super stretches on a cool down because we're just trying to ease off. Okay. If you want to get more flexible, a little tip is just you hold it longer. Okay. You want to be holding them for each stretch for about a minute. That's how long you want to hold it for if you want to see really good flexibility results. That's it. Try and do a plank every day. That's one thing I'd say if you want to get into breaking. Make sure you plank every day. It really does help. Okay, neck side to side. That's it. And round. That's it. And round the other way. Left and right. Grab your foot. Hold it. That's it. Try your best to balance up. Knee in. Try and hold that just for a little longer while I just put a little bit of background tunes on. Always good to have a little bit of stretch down, cool down music. You can't see, but I'm absolutely sweating. I'm hot as anything. Okay, hands out. So for you guys, it should have been a good workout. Push them fingers. With this one, do your ankle like this. It's like kind of twisted, but no weight on it. Just minimal amount of weight on it. And the other one. Push against the floor with your ankle a little bit. Good. Keep your balance. Doing exercises where you hold things is perfect for breaking, okay? It really does help, so getting used to leaving your body in certain positions, okay? When we do power moves in breaking, because we have 5 elements of breaking, you have your top rock, footwork, freezes, power moves, flips and tricks. When you do power especially, we say something called pinning your leg, and pinning your leg means you hold it in a certain position while you're doing other things. So it's really good to get used to doing that, okay? Legs wide. Front, middle, back. Push them hips forward. Push them really far forward. Okay. Lean. Lean. This way. That's it. Stretch your back. And flat, put your hands forward. And then your shoulders. Flat, feet. When you really warm like this is the best time to do your hamstrings. You can't stretch each muscle the same amount of attention, because if you look at your leg muscles compared to your arms, your legs are super, you know, they're bigger, okay? Bigger muscles in your legs, so you really need to make sure that you give a bit more time on the legs because they are bigger, and you know, it sometimes takes a bit more stretching to get it going. So for this one, I like to do this one where you start here and you try and get your heels flat, and you walk in a bit. Try and keep your back straight and your heels down. Then walk out, you can do a press up. Then back in. Push them heels into the floor. Walk it out. Keep them heels down. Okay. Right guys, that's it for today. Big respect. Hope everyone stays well, keeps safe, has a great weekend, and a great week next week as well. I'll see you soon in the next videos. I'll be putting some videos on Tranquil TV. Also, I'll probably see you maybe in another live stream soon. But I hope you all keep well. Remember, like and subscribe. Keep following us, guys. And just don't give up. This time's hard. Lots of different things, and as it gets a bit longer, the lockdown, it's easier to forget important things. Keep your attitude right. Stay well. Be loving in your heart, and be respectful, and make everyone's day as good as you can. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.